Alright, let's attack the Shadowking stage. Now, for this, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm just going to use... yeah, I'm going to use... I think just Orcus will work. Alright. Classic 90s look. Love it. Alright, for, at least for this stage, I'm just going to stick with... and throw Apocalypse in. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it... let's just go full Orcus. From what I've heard, you should be... if you have a full Orcus team, and most of those characters are farmable, you should have a pretty easy time with the Gear 19 stage. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I think it's my emulator. It has a music glitch, so I should just be able to... yeah. Nimrod still hits hard. Not too difficult. Alright, Agent Carter. Yeah. Well, she's a global hero, not a global villain. Orcus has held up pretty well compared to most raid teams. I actually did invest diamonds in them too, so I think that's a pretty good investment if you have the diamonds to spare. The most important ones are probably Nimrod, Sentinel, and Scientist Supreme. Alright. I have heard some people have taken Quasar to Gear Tier 20, and he was useful in I think it's Cosmic Hero, but I think his gear cost is kind of high. But he is supposed to be a pretty important character for down the line, so I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what kind of gear you have available. just... That move is killer. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the music, so yeah, it's not an error. It's just I think it has to do with my emulator. Also, Doctor Strange is another hero, cosmic character who's really cheap to bring up. So I'll see what kind of gear I have. What I have if slash when I get to Hero Cosmic. Let's just go with AoE for the win. Take advantage of the Sentinel summons. That hits hard. There's the music. Down they go. Alright, now it's on to Villain Global. Zark. Perfect comic effects. Alright, now let's get to Heroic. Alright, so this could be challenging because I did have to min-max some I had to get creative with the team. So yeah, this is who I used. The reason I picked Zombie Juggernaut is because when I do use him in war, and he is pretty cheap, so I just need to make sure he stays alive. Agatha, I just had more Mystic gear than I had anything else, so wanted to make sure that... and plus, Agatha is part of the Night Stalkers team, and Night Stalkers is a pretty good team all around. You'll get plenty of use out of her in both war and she's also one of the best counters against Kohori. Let's just... get some... Get the sentinels going. Gotta make sure Jean Grey is controlled. That's another reason why you want Scientist Supreme, because he can do that. He can flip all the debuffs. That's another reason I use Agatha. She can get that stun in. Actually, I don't want... Alright, so the first node's pretty easy. Okay, let's get to the second node. I've talked to some of my other squad mates who do have Xavier. They did say that as long as you have three well-built Orcus characters, you can usually get away with just throwing in two others. They don't have to synergize completely. Apocalypse makes it easy, but Apocalypse is really expensive to get to Gear Tier 20. Yeah. You just got to be careful with Zombie Juggernaut. If you don't want him to get knocked out, so you have to be careful about getting a taunt on him. But that's one of the reasons why I chose Sentinel, because his summons taunt. They put taunts on a lot of characters too. And I'm not. So let's go. The later nodes do require more strategy, from what I've heard. But let's, plenty of AoE here. Let's get some more summons. As long as Kestrel's not around, it's relatively low risk. Let's take care of... Oh, got taunt, stuck on a taunt. Oh, they're all got immune, but... Okay. If you don't want taunt on Zombie Juggernaut, the best thing you can do is just do the basic. Alright. Yeah, some people didn't want to bring up Scientist Supreme, but even though she's really a support character and doesn't do a lot of damage, the way she helps with debuffs is really important. So definitely can attest to her usefulness. There was a time in the game where she actually had really good synergies with Ultron, but then Ultron got a rework and he got power crept, and it's Blob. That's a good design for him, but yeah. Ultron also is another character who I think is due for another rework. See what we can. Yeah, it looks like. Okay. So it looks like we got a new Avengers team. Whenever you see a new Avengers team, it's Mockingbird who should be your main target. Let's take care of her. Let's summon. Splash damage helps. Let's flip the buffs. And now let's let Nimrod do his thing. Yeah, let's... Yeah, I don't want to get a taunt on zombie. Oh, the stun didn't land. That worked. The benefits of a 3-diamond Agatha. Alright. That worked out. Let's get this going. I have 2 more left. Yeah, we definitely see a... So yeah, Blade's going to be the big challenge here. Shadowking is the mind controller. That's just what he does. That's how he rolls. Alright, so yeah, Blade's definitely the top priority here. That's okay. They can tank that. So now I can start using... Yeah, this is also... Yeah, this should show you why I brought in Scientist Supreme, because she can flip all these buffs. And... Let's give him some... If I lose Zombie Juggernaut, I gotta start over. Now flip the buffs. Yeah, don't do the taunts. Yeah, don't save the special for the next wave. Alright. Let's save some ability energy here. Man-Thing's mostly a tank, so... Okay. Get some debuffs on everyone. Now let's do the AoE. Alright, so with, yeah. Okay, so yeah, once Blade goes down, yeah, Oath is pretty much useless. Alright. So far, I can confirm that Nimrod really is is vital for this section. All right, so now I've heard that this next section, this last node, has given some people problems. So hopefully I can navigate it. Yeah, Shadowking is... Well, yeah, even with at lower stats, he's going to be a problem. But he's a mutant, and the Orcus does counter mutants, so... Alright, so this is another one where I think I have to make sure Zombie Juggernaut doesn't taunt, so he doesn't get knocked out. Let's go. Alright, so this is going to be challenging. I gotta worry about well, this stun's probably not going to land. Yeah. Shadowking has a ton of resist, so you got to be ah, crap. Gotta restart. I hope I don't get stuck here. Because you need to 3-star this in order to move on. Maybe I won't start with the ult for Scientist Supreme. Keep the debuffs off everyone. And I'll save that for the last wave. Just want to get debuffs. Okay, got his. See, I want his. Let's. See if the bleeds work. Okay, the bleeds worked on Shadowking, so I guess I got some good RNG that time. Let's just flip the buffs this time and not. Alright, took that out. Ah, crap, I gotta. Ah, come on, I can't lose. I didn't. Ah, damn it. That was close. Zombie Juggernaut is kind of the problem. I might have to change his ISO. Yeah. If I keep losing here, I'm going to have to maybe change his ISO to like a fortifier so he has more health. Shouldn't be necessary because I got pretty close. As much damage. Oh. All those. That might have been not okay. Yeah, getting his that taunt might not have been a good idea, but I will bring up some more. I might lose Sentinel. Oh, yeah, I definitely misplayed that one. Yeah, that was me. I misplayed that. I do not get. Yeah, Ancient One is killing me here. Ah, damn it again. Okay, I'm going to change the ISO on Zombie Juggernaut. Just to see if it makes a difference. Because, yeah, I already have a healer on... There we go. See if this makes a difference. I think the goal is I got to get some bleeds on Shadowking. Maybe I should save Agatha's ult for when the Eternals drop, because he can stun them. Okay. Let's see. Got some leads. Ah, crap, I got ability blocked by... Yeah, that's not good. But this should take out Shadowking. This should stun. Gotta make sure she doesn't get her... This should stun him. Alright. Okay, looks like this worked. So yeah, looks like this combination worked. It took me some time, but I got through it, folks. So I'm going to save this to my YouTube channel. So if you all need strategy here and you want an alternative to just getting a lot of tech gear, this could do. So the fact that Xavier and Magneto are kind of showing up in the story of this game leads me to believe that Onslaught's going to show up at some point. Okay, so 3 stars here. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. All right. We are open up for the X-treme node. This one is bound to be a little more... From what I've heard, this one's a lot more hands-on, which is why I invested more in the Liberty team. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, Shadowking's taking control of Magneto in this. Okay, so this is the team I bought up for this. Now, from what I've heard, Jean Grey is really important as a support character. Now, I might need to change her ISO because I might need to make her a healer. I don't remember. I'll work on that because I hear it's the final node that's supposed to be the real problem. These 3 Liberty characters are apparently you need these 3. They are the only ways to... They're the ones who kind of make this team work for this stage. All those taunts. Let's see. Let's control the Cravens. Let's make sure. That's another thing why you want the Liberty team, because they get this safeguard and immunity that gives them some good buffs. I can't hit, yeah. AoE here is important. Alright. And once you get rid of Doc Ock, the rest of the team kind of falls into place. There we go. Yeah, they tanked a lot there, but they endured. Alright. Well, you see Vol, you got to take her out as quickly as you can. You don't want her to get going. Yes. Alright. Alright, then this should... Get rid of the Medusas. They still hit pretty hard. Alright, Jean should finish this one off. Alright, that note was actually easier than the first. Number 3. Who do I focus on here? Oh, gotta definitely focus on Old Man Logan. Comes Dakin. Crap. Getting it. Oh boy, this might have to restart this. Oh, I should have going after. Ah, crap! I gotta restart it. Yeah, I knew these stages were going to be tougher. This time I'm not going to go after Old Man Logan. I'm going to avoid him. Unless I can ability block him. Let's get after Dakin. Panda Pool is frustrating. Crap. Yeah, Panda Pool's now the problem. I gotta find a way to take them out. Alright, so go after the Panda Pools here. There's one Panda Pool. Ah, he's revived. See if I can at least take out Old Man Logan. Alright, Old Man Logan's out. So Panda Pool shouldn't be a problem. Okay. That took some attempts, but got through it. Alright. 2 more to go. Alright. Captain Britain and Ant-Man and Pym are going to be a problem. Let's stun him. Okay. Uh-oh. There's Doom. Let's get Hank Pym out of the picture. Alright. This should finish him off. Okay. Last one. Now, the last one has Shadowking, but he clones your team. So I think, yep. I think that's why Jean Grey needs to be here for the support. All right. Now, this last one, I think you have to. The key is you have to take. I don't know if you can take Shadowking out. You have to take Shadowking out before he keeps cloning your team. Not sure what the because originally people were taking Old Man Logan into this, and and because of that they were just getting wiped. So made Genie mad. Pretty big mistake. Yep. All right. All right. Let's see. Hopefully my ISO here is good enough. I'm still wondering if I might have to need to switch things up. So here's where it's going to get tricky because when he clones your team, then you kind of have to be careful. Oh, there's the music. So maybe I'm going to have to take him out. Ah, crap, I'm going to lose. Already. And these are 3 diamond characters, so that's pretty frustrating. on. Already? Damn. I keep losing someone before I even take a turn. But yeah, from what I've heard, you do need to restart this node a lot. It's one of the I think I've heard it's probably the most challenging, the second most challenging node, other than the last Xavier node. Resisted, that's helpful. I finally got a turn. That's helpful. Who should I go after? Trying to get splash damage on Shadowking. Crap, looks like I might lose Emma. Damn it! Yeah, I think we're gonna need some active healing from Jean, so I'm gonna change her ISO to a healer. I don't think, yeah, she's useful as a striker at the moment. See if this gets me something better. Nice. Get Peggy Carter down. I got some speed boost there. It's an active. See if this will work. Right, the speed bar, that helps. Come on. Alright, once he's out of stealth, that should help me. Might have this, folks. Alright, I did it! Okay, so that's how you beat it. Shadowking is no more. Alright. That is the Shadowking level.